experts say there has been a big rise in the number of ticks in the United Kingdom. A study by Bristol University, the biggest of its kind in the UK, discovered that almost a third of dogs checked at random by vets were found to be carrying a tick. Well, ticks can carry a range of diseases, including Lyme disease. It can be fatal to both humans and to dogs.
Now, they are man's best friend, but even on a very short-haired dog like Georgia here, there can be a hidden, lurking menace. Ticks. Now, they are tiny and they're hard to find, but they can have very serious consequences. They carry all kinds of nasty infections, diseases, and they need to be dealt with very quickly. And this campaign, this survey by experts at Bristol University, found that 1 in 3 dogs they looked at, 15,000 randomly across the country, carried ticks, which is many more than they thought. Many people potentially just unaware their dog has a tick. So how do you deal with them? Well, Michael here is a vet, our expert, and Finty here is very kindly volunteered to show us. So how do you find them firstly, Michael?
Well, absolutely. Looking around the head and neck area, behind the ears, under the neck, armpits. Long-haired dog like this, you need to part the fur, get right down onto the skin, having a look for them. You won't find the young stages, you'll be looking for the adult stages, which are a little bit bigger. And then, of course, we want to look at safely removing those ticks. A lot of people find that quite nerve-wracking. Bring them into a practice, let a veterinary nurse or a vet show you how to safely remove them. Alternatively, we do have a device which we sell. It's a small little plastic device, a little hook. And basically what you do is, if we can just keep the dog still for just a second, we would imagine that the tick was sitting over here, we'd slide the device under the tick, gently rotate the device, and then that would remove the tick without leaving any of the head parts behind, which is very, very important to do that safely.
But people tended to sort of squeeze them with tweezers or burn them off.
Try and avoid any of those kind of techniques. A device like this, you can remove them with your fingers or with tweezers, but there's a risk that you squeeze them or break them and leave the head part behind. So we would recommend something like this, which is an atraumatic way of removing the tick.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you very much. And Finty, fantastically behaved there. Brilliant. Now, this survey found that you can find dogs with ticks all over the country. No area particularly is worse than any other. And 1 in 3 in this survey had a tick. And here they're offering advice to people on how to remove them on Wimbledon Common. And the important thing is because they do carry nasty infections, things like Lyme disease, which can be very, very nasty indeed. Well, Sarah here, take us back sort of 5 years, August 2011, you contracted Lyme disease. Tell us just how bad it got.
Yeah, very bad. At my worst, I was trapped upstairs in bed. I couldn't deal with any lights. The curtains are pulled. I've got ear defenders on. I'm totally reliant on people to feed me, move me, and I was in total agony. And I was like that for about 8 months.
And this is just from a walk. You didn't realise you'd been bitten by a tick.
Yeah, I'm a vet. I know what ticks look like. I must have been bitten by a nymph, and I must have brushed it off. I didn't get a rash, so it wasn't until 6 weeks later when I started showing symptoms, and then ultimately I was diagnosed with Lyme disease.
And it can be life-threatening.
Yes, I thought I was going to die.
Well, you look very well now. You're obviously on the mend. Thank you very much indeed. Well, here they are going to be here all day on Wimbledon Common giving advice, but hoping to run a road show next year as well. And the big advice really is whatever dog you have, urban, rural, wherever you live, you could potentially have a tick, and it's so important to deal with them very quickly and get them treated because they can have very serious consequences.
Mark Ashdown reporting there.